I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Clovis School Board. This meeting today is to conduct a special meeting of the board for the purpose of holding a personal hearing. Mrs. Wilkerson, can I get a roll call, please?
Yes. President Cordova. Vice President Hamilton,
Here.
Secretary Martin,
Here.
Member Osborne. Here. Member Egbert. Here.
Thank you. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I move to approve the agenda for the November 5th, 2025 hearing related to limited personnel matters.
Second.
That's a motion by Mrs. Osborne and a second by Mr. Martin. Ms. Wilkerson, could I get a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. President Cordova. Vice President Hamilton,
Yes.
Secretary Martin,
Yes.
Member Osborne.
Yes.
Member Egbert. Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, at this time, I will entertain a motion to delegate to legal counsel Jackie Archuleta Stalen the authority to preside over the evidentiary portion of the termination hearing and the authority to assist the board during the hearing to resolve any legal issues which may arise, including any pre-hearing motions or disputes, objections to evidence, or other legal questions or issues which either party needs addressed.
I move that the board delegate is its counsel Jackie Archuleta Stalen the authority to preside over the evidentiary portion of the termination hearing and the authority to assist the board in resolving any legal issues which may arise during the hearing, including any pre-hearing motions or disputes, objections to evidence or other legal questions or issues which either party needs addressed.
Second.
That's a motion by Mrs. Osborne and a second by Mr. Martin. Ms. Wilkinson, may I have a roll call, please?
President Cordova. Vice President Hamilton,
Yes.
Secretary Martin,
Yes.
Member Osborne,
Yes.
Member Egbert.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay. At this time, I will entertain a motion to close the special meeting for the purpose of limited personnel matters to conduct a personal hearing. We would also like to give the employee the opportunity to leave the meeting open if he so wishes.
We'll leave it open.
Leave it open? Okay.
I move that the board convene in executive session pursuant to NMSA 1978-10-15-1H2, limited personnel matters, specifically to hear evidence in the termination hearing requested by Neil Clark.
Second.
That's a motion by Mrs. Osborne and a second by Mr. Martin. Mrs. Wilkinson, roll call, please.
President Cordova. Vice President Hamilton,
Yes.
Secretary Martin,
Yes.
Member Osborne,
Yes.
Member Egbert. Yes.
Motion carries. The employee's request for the open hearing will be honored despite the board's vote to close the meeting. The board will, however, move into a closed session for deliberation following the presentation of closing arguments.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Archuleta Stalen. I will assist the board today, and we'll dealing with any evidentiary issues or anything that may occur as we go through this process. If I may have your attention for just a brief moment, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what the proceedings will be like so that you will understand how we're going to proceed. We've set aside 4 hours for today, for the beginning of this proceeding and for the conclusion of this proceeding. The board today is composed of Vice President Sean Hamilton, Secretary Terry Martin, Member Cindy Osborne, and Member Amy Egbert. Board President Paul Cordova is unable to be present today, and we still have sufficient members to have a quorum, and we'll proceed in that manner. Each of you will be given an opportunity to present a brief opening statement. I'd like you to try to limit those opening statements to no more than 10 minutes if possible. Presentation of evidence by the administration, represented today by Ms. Laura Castile, as I understand, to establish by a preponderance of the evidence that just cause exists to terminate Mr. Clark. The evidence may be submitted in written position statement, witness testimony under oath, or documents, or both of those. Presentation by Mr. Clark, represented today by Christian Christensen, is that correct? Regarding his contentions that the termination is not warranted, and the same types of evidence as noted before may be offered by the employee through a counsel. Each party will have an opportunity to cross-examine, question, or clarify statements presented by the opposing party. Questions or requests for clarification by the board may be presented at any time. I've asked the board to wait till each of you finishes your examination of that particular witness, and if they have additional questions, to ask them at that time. Rebuttal evidence may be offered by their administration if it is relevant to the issues before the board. And at the end of the presentation, each party may present a brief closing statement. And again, the administration bears the burden of proof and will be allowed to go first, followed by Mr. Clark, and then the administration may present a rebuttal that again will be limited in time. If either party takes less than the full 10 minutes for opening statements and the full 13 minutes that we're talking about for closing statements, the time will be added to the time allotted for closing statement. Meaning if we have time left over at the end of this proceeding, we'll allocate that time accordingly. In accordance with statute, no record will be made of this proceeding. If you are recording, you are instructed to turn off a recording device at this time. Also note that if you continue to record this proceeding, nothing that you record will be considered as in any way, shape, or form to be an official record of this proceeding.
Okay, at this time, I will entertain a motion to reconvene from executive session where only the items previously announced were discussed.
I move that the board reconvene in executive session pursuant to MMA 1978 10-15-IH2 limited personnel matters.
Second.
That's a motion by Mrs. Egbert and a second by Mr. Martin. Mrs. Wilkinson, can we have a roll call, please?
Vice President Hamilton,
Yes.
Secretary Martin,
Yes.
Member Osborne,
Yes.
Member Egbert.
Motion carries. Okay, at this time, I will entertain a motion to either uphold the termination of Neil Clark for employment of Neil Clark from employment with the Clovis Municipal Schools, or reverse the superintendent's intent to terminate Neil Clark from employment with the Clovis Municipal Schools and reinstate his employment.
Mr. Hamilton, I move
Yes,
that the board uphold the termination of Neil Clark from employment with the Clovis Municipal Schools.
I second.
Okay, that's a motion by Mrs. Osborne and a second by Mr. Martin. Mrs. Wilkerson, roll call, please.
Vice President Hamilton,
Yes.
Secretary Martin,
Yes.
Member Osborne,
Yes.
Member Egbert.
Yes.
Motion carries. With that said, I need a motion to adjourn.
Vice President. Excuse me. Move that we adjourn.
Second.
That's a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mrs. Osborne. Mrs. Wilkerson, roll call, please.
Vice President Hamilton,
Yes.
Secretary Martin,
Yes.
Member Osborne.
Yes.
Member Egbert.
Yes.
Meeting is adjourned.